I'm racing and I'm rushing, that's gonna give me a headache.
I need that to run
4
off on me.
a.m., that is my time to wake up and do half my day.
If I get up at 6:30, that's an achievement. So I need to get
That's
like
because you go to bed late.
Yeah.
You don't, listen, sleep is so important. It's so important.
and I never get it.
You gotta, you have to. Your
bet.
brain doesn't work the same. Your body doesn't work the same. You're not as creative when you gotta get, we talk about how important sleep is.
We do. And I'm bad with it.
And there's so many people just having strokes for no reason. Your body is saying, hey, help.
Stress
help.
and sleep.
Listen,
Yeah.
it's a real thing.
Well, you look good to have a headache. You,
Well,
know?
thank
You don't
you.
look like you're in pain.
Well, thank you. Me no forget dress. No, I take care of myself. But my head hurts. How was your night?
Good night. I had a rehearsal last night, actually up here at Afro with my band that you saw me with at the club back in the day when, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, so late night last night, so I'm still trying to catch up to the day.
You're not supposed to be doing all that with your nodule issue.
I know, but the little spray he gave me is already starting to.
I told you the vibrator.
She means a vibrator for your throat.
I mean a vibrator.
I'm trying to make it sound better.
Stop trying to make it sound good. A regular old vibrator. Hold it to your throat. It opens your vocal cords and it relaxes your muscles.
It sounds crazy, but it's true,
It
y'all.
is. It is a real thing,
It's a real
medicinal. Yeah, I mean they have the actual ones that you can get for it, but a regular vibrator will do it.
I just got to figure out how I'm gonna go to the store and get the vibrator. Because if they ask why do you have a vibrator, I'm like, it's for my throat. They're like, what?
You can't say why you go to the store to
for
get
my
a
vocal cords.
You can't say why you go to the store to get a vibrator as a grown man.
For my vocal cords. Really, it is.
You get a little lipstick vibrator.
It's a family show. It's a family show. We're doing this morning. All right.
Okay.
All right.
Come on. All right. I'm glad you're doing better. Come on, let's get into it. So let's start with facts of the day.
Boom.
Phobias may be passed down from generation to generation. So if you ever wonder where your phobias come from, it may actually be your DNA. So researchers have found that it is in your DNA and it is passed down from ancestor to ancestor.
So I can get the same fears that my parents have, basically? Yeah. I don't know about that one.
What are they fears?
Well, my fears? Or my parents' fears?
Parents.
My mom, I know she's scared of water, which I guess I did get that one because I'm scared of water too. I can't swim. She can't swim either. So
You bathe though.
I mean, like deep water, I can't swim.
Okay.
But my phobia, I'm scared of cockroaches. The big ones that can fly, I would turn into a straight punk. If one crawled on this set right now, you on your own.
I'm telling you, the first time I moved to Florida and one flew across the room, I was like, I'm packing, I'm going back to New York.
Florida roaches
we don't have that.
Y'all don't have those in New York?
No.
We have them in Tennessee, but the Florida ones are like this big. I'm terrified of them.
Really?
A pit bull can run in here right now, I'm good. But if a cockroach crawled across this carpet, it's a wrap. This show not getting filmed. I'm gonna run out the door like I'm dead
I gotta
serious.
get a cockroach.
Oh, dang. I gave her idea.
Oh, I'm not gonna forget that. We're gonna get a cockroach. I got you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I got you. That's the little trick. I won't do that to you.
Please don't.
I won't do that.
I really
to you.
would be traumatized.
All right, we gotta get cockroach, y'all. But we have a good show coming up, an amazing guest, but we gotta start with the breakdown, so let's get into it. Okay, another case. A woman dies taking Ozempic. Now, you know Ozempic is a drug that's used to treat type 2 diabetes. That's type 2, not 1 diabetes. And a lot of people are taking it for drastic weight loss. Unfortunately, this woman has lost her life. Her doctor did prescribe Ozempic for her to lose some weight before her daughter's wedding, and it actually took her life. So this is 56-year-old Trish Webster. And no one thought that this would happen to her because she got a prescription, but people are using it for the wrong reason. We even have some countries who are saying that they're going to limit how doctors actually prescribe the drug. And it's sad because so many people are using it. And what it does, it takes away from the people that have type 2 diabetes that really, really, really need the drug. So that's a big problem.
And, you know, I hate to say it does work. One of my fraternity brothers is on it, and he dropped weight like super fast. But this particular lady, she dropped, 35 pounds in 5 months. So that's like a little around 7 pounds a month. That's realistic to achieve without Ozempic. And I think people have
But they don't want to do the work.
They don't want to do the work. And the thing is, there's no shortcut to fitness. Like, you can't peel your way into a fit body. You have to burn those. And even when you take the Ozempic, you can get the Ozempic face where your skin starts sagging.
Yeah, Ozempic, you can tell who's on it because their face, it just draws in. So usually when you exercise, you lose weight naturally.
Right.
Ozempic draws fat from all parts of your body, especially your face. So you will have that really lethargic.
Yeah.
Like Tracy Morgan.
Yeah. Yeah. Basically.
Yeah.
He has it. If you look at his face looks a little sunken in because you're losing weight so fast your skin can't adjust to your body shrinking. So I hate that this lady lost her life, but I think we're going to see more of this happening.
Stay away from it. And it's over $1,000 just for the shot. So for people who can't get it, they're out there buying it, and they're charging high numbers to do it. It's just not worth it.
Yeah.
So here we go again. A 27-year-old man in Dallas was wrongfully identified. This is not the person that officers were looking for. They were looking for a Sylvester Hayes. Now, the difference is just the spelling in the man's name. When Sylvester, this Sylvester spelled with an I instead of a Y, were pulled over by police, he immediately told them that they have the wrong person. They wanted to see his license. He gave it to them. He gave them all the ID. He complied. They saw that it was the wrong person, and they still moved forward with aggressively arresting him, dragging him out of his car, literally beating on him, and ended up with a broken arm. So now he's suing the Dallas Police Department saying, hey, you guys owe me money. And they do, because the officer even said on tape, hey, we got the wrong person.
And the officer that said there was Officer Holly Harris, and you literally can hear her say, we got the wrong guy. But what that sends the message, on top of him being falsely arrested, they still made him sit in jail for 3 days. But what that says to me is that even if the cops are wrong and you know they're wrong, you still have to go along with it. Because I'm usually like, oh, don't resist, arrive alive. That's our quote.
Yeah.
But if somebody was to stop me and say, Chris, you're under arrest for robbing a bank, I'm going to resist arrest too, because I know I haven't done this. I understand why dude was resisting arrest, but unfortunately he still was punished for it.
I ain't arrested nothing. I ain't resisted nothing.
You still would, if they pulled you.
I'm not. Look, it's going to look.
Candice, if they pulled you over right now.
Nope, it's going to look like this. I'm going to have a whole heart attack. I'm going to have a whole fit. It's going to be a whole seizure. They got to take me to the hospital first, identify me, and then after that, they can figure out what they're going to do with me.
See, I feel like if you just surrender like that, you pretty much admit to being guilty. I'm going to fight my...
You're going to lose. This is what people need to understand. You're going to lose. It is not worth the fight. It is not worth the argument. It's not. You're going to lose. They always have the upper hand. Arrive alive. Fight it when you get to the station. Call your attorney.
Yeah.
If they have the wrong person, they can't legally book you. Now, here's the thing. Here's the thing. And this is what people need to understand, by just saying, no, that's not me, they can call that resisting arrest. And people don't realize that. You can say, yeah, it's not me. Okay, we'll take care of it at the station. I know me not like jail.
I don't like jail either. I'm just saying.
But
I understand why I usually don't get why people fight back, but this guy, I'm like, I actually understand why he fought back this time. Or not fought back, that's the wrong words, but I see why he resisted. I would have done the same thing.
But now he's being charged. He's being charged with resisting arrest and bodily harm.
I hope he gets paid, because on top of having to sit in jail, he lost his job because he was in jail. So Dallas needs to run him that bag. Yeah.
Dallas seems to have, it seems like we're always talking about Dallas. A lot of people talk about Florida being that state that is, non-compliant to black people, but it's constantly Dallas.
Yeah, Texas, Dallas.
Constantly. Almost every story with brutality is Dallas.
Yeah.
I don't understand. But we got to move on. Congratulations to Yusef Salam, who has won city council over the district in Harlem, New York City. Let's go. Listen, this is such a remarkable story. I remember when the exonerated five, Central Park Five, I remember that time because I was in New York.
Yeah.
And I remember as a little girl, we were all so like devastated by it because the school that he used to go to, LaGuardia High School, was not far from mine.
Oh, really?
John Bound High School.
Oh, wow.
So we all knew each other, and it was so much. But I have to give credit to Ava DuVernay because through her movie, a lot of people were able to see the injustice that they actually went through when they see us. These men spent 7 years incarcerated, and now he's council member in a city that threw him behind bars. So congratulations to him because he'll be able to help so many other people who are going to be facing the same fate.
And, you know, I didn't know anything about the Central Park Five until the documentary came out last year on Netflix, and I watched it. And the way that they set them up and planted evidence to make them. So I'm glad to see that. What they say, success is the best revenge. This is a prime example of that. So I'm happy to see. And he used his story on his campaign trail, so he used it to his advantage.
And that's Dr. Yusef
Yeah.
Salams.
Yeah.
So it says to say, you know, no matter where you start, it doesn't have to be where you end up.
That's where you end up. I love it. So we got to get into what's trending. So Remy Ma and Easy the Block Captain are trending again after they were spotted at the Dallas Cowboys and Philadelphia Eagle games together. Now, if you remember last month, Remy hosted a rap battle in which Geechee Gotti and Easy the Block Captain went head-to-head. Geechee Gotti completely exposed Remy Ma's affair, and now they're trending again. I just feel like Remy is just completely disrespectful to Papoose.
Papoose, I feel terrible. He waited for this woman to get out of jail. He stood by her. I hope that is rumors. I hope that is not true. But as a man, I wonder how he's actually feeling. It's got to be pretty bad.
This is pretty deep, though. It's a little deep. I mean, like you said, he waited all those years for her to get out of jail. They actually, Papoose and Easy the Block got into a fight. So for her to be seen with the dude after her husband already fought him, I mean, you might as well just kick them in the...
Ooh, you going from Bergdorf Goodman to Kmart. Okay, we got to move on. We'll be right back after this.
Boom. Chad, you ready, brother? Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, I need this.
Denisha, any copy? Let's scoot this table a little bit, make room for his feet. Okay.
Well, let me fix my chair.
And let's go that way. Let's go to there. And I'm gonna check your microphone, make sure that it's on. And you are on. And stand up for just 1 second. Yep. So no, please. All right, you good?
I feel like you need. Oh.
All right, there you go. All right, Denisha, look at that. Make sure it looks good.
Good. So, Chad, I saw you were an engineer. Do you still do that? All right, cool. All right.
Not as much.
Okay, so I'm going to bring that
More
up.
consulting.
Okay, I got you.
Oh, yeah.
This one? Yeah. Where am I moving to?
Test your mic, Chad. Just testing one.
Mic check.
Oh, he's muted, Denisha. Miss ILC, give him a second.
Woo. Lord, jeez, got a headache.
I'm ibuprofen or something.
Listen,
You all right?
listen.
Some Advil or something.
I did. I took I got the Tylenol, but it's still. Why you so clean?
That's what they call me. You know?
Mister, you clean, brother. Lord's not scared. You know, some people say here they just look rough. You look clean.
Yeah, we done had a couple of guests.
Nah, yeah, that's crazy. You can't come on here like that. We won't do that.
You look
be
good.
shocked.
You look good. You look
Thank you.
good.
Likewise.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Don't go. You know what I'm saying? You so delicious. He's so extra.
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's the countdown right there. 109 right there.
We will
Yeah.
have music.
Okay.
Former Division I track and field competitor, engineer, and celebrity barber.
You are clean.
No, that's the IG chat. You know, too clean.
There's no filter right here.
You gotta be clean if you're gonna clean other people. You know what I'm saying? You can't. You know what I mean?
What? If I want to go ball, I'm coming to you. Yeah, man. I'm talking about this on TV. Yes, you are, baby. Mr. Daniels, yes.
You gotta, you know.
Teach a class.
We're gonna talk about that. I think we're gonna get into that too, I'm sure.
So to St. Cloud? You go to St. Cloud?
Yeah, I do, yeah.
Yeah.
I have a barber in St. Cloud. So.
Born and raised.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, gotcha.
All right.
You clean.
I love her. Yeah.
Emptied.
Welcome back to the show. You're just in time for Unfiltered. So today's guest is a former D1 track and field competitor, engineer, and master celebrity barber. Please welcome to our show, Chad Allen.
Woo!
Yeah.
Thank y'all.
You
Chad,
clean.
look, can
I got it. Wait, hold on. Brother, you need to teach a class.
Okay.
You need to teach young black men how to do this. You are clean.
I appreciate that. I appreciate
From
that.
the eyelash to the eyebrow. I know y'all can't see the grooming, but yes.
Yeah.
Together.
Yes, thank y'all.
Welcome.
To the show, Chad.
Appreciate
Welcome.
it. Appreciate it, bro.
So we're going to dive right in here.
Okay, let's do it. Yeah.
So you're a former D1 track and field competitor.
Yes, sir.
How did you go from that? Well, that and an engineer.
Yes, sir.
How did you go from that to being a barber? How did you make that
So,
transition?
you know, shout out to my big brother, Zaire. You know, he was the pioneer who kind of led the way to the Norfolk State University.
Okay.
Behold the green and gold. That is where I really refined my life, I would say.
Okay.
You know, I've always wanted to do something in the barbering field just because it was something that was always a part of my life. But when I got to college, you know, at HBCU, you got a whole campus full of dudes that need haircuts.
Oh, you
know
probably
what I
made a
mean?
killing, I'm sure.
Never had to work study. Never had a job on campus. You know, I can vouch, people know. It was a great time, man, and you know, running track was something that just instilled discipline in me. You know, I don't necessarily run track anymore. It got a little too real. You know, I had to work hard, man.
Yeah.
It was some dudes that, you know, they had McDonald's that morning and they still running 10.5s flats, you know, so. You know, definitely track and field was a huge discipline thing for me.
Okay, all right.
I can see that because my son ran track and field.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it was a lot.
It's a lot.
A lot on his body.
Yeah.
Really taxing.
Take a lot of discipline.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
The good thing about track, though, like, you really can't lose your abs. Like, after you run track for a amount of time, you just have abs forever.
Yeah.
I always say a runner's body is the best body out of all. Not
sure.
football with the big, you know, shoulders and the little booty. It just don't look proportioned. The football players look like the girls that wear the boost, the thing.
Shaped like
they
a
look
V.
like a
No,
linebacker.
it's crazy.
Yeah, track body is it. So, of course, I want to get into how do you stay up to date on the latest trends and techniques? Because this is right here.
I appreciate that.
How do you, and your haircuts must be like $1 million.
Not yet. Not a million yet, but they getting there.
That was just a side. I was just wondering. It's like $300 an hour.
That's about right.
But yeah, how do you
That's about right.
how do you stay up to date?
Honestly, I just believe in always trying to be ahead of the curve. So when it
Okay.
comes to barbering, right, a lot of things in barbering are kind of actually going back to what it used to be. You know, like as you can see, if you're paying attention, barbering now, it's a lot of like, I like to call it the makeup shape up. Where it's like dudes nowadays, it's like they get more makeup than girls, you know? They put in black paint and all, so.
The Beijing.
Right, so.
And the death chalk line.
Oh yeah, the chalk line
Oh
is crazy.
God, I'd be so
I
glad
don't know
when
what
that
that
thing
is.
goes.
That is, so I take pride in having very, very old school, tried and true techniques. I can use color if somebody wants it, but it's not a step in my haircut process. And I feel like that's why I have a lot of success, because I give a traditional haircut that will last for a month. Whereas opposed to these makeup shape ups, you go home and take a shower, you just wash the whole hairline
Sweat
off.
too hard, your whole hairline
It's
fell
gone.
off.
So yeah, so
Wow.
I feel like to staying up to date with technology, you have to mix in the new tools, you know, such as
Right.
the new cordless,
Right.
lithium-ion batteries. A lot of these companies are doing a lot of cool things with the digital gap and things like that, but still understanding how to cut hair primarily before you
Right.
start trying to cut hair.
Yeah,
People-
that makes sense.
Yeah, they're just trying to do it for a hustle and they're not doing it the correct way.
So I gotta ask a question for the guys that may be at home watching that are struggling with those unsightly razor bumps.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Why are black men more prone to getting them, and how do we prevent and treat them?
So let me just give you a little breakdown here. So when it comes to ingrown hairs, right? Our hair is coarse.
Right.
So when it comes out, the hair follicle comes out of the skin. A lot of times when it comes out, it'll curve and it'll go back into the
Curl
skin.
back into the.
So when it curves and goes back in, what's happening is the follicle's getting trapped and it makes the skin get inflamed.
Okay.
So a way that you can prevent that, obviously, you don't want to necessarily use a razor on your face. You could use trimmers, which
Black men should not use razors.
I don't recommend black men use a razor to shave unless you're just like outlining. But if you're trying to shave down the ball, you can use some trimmers because it's gonna get close enough.
Okay.
And then you just use an exfoliant. You know, you exfoliate after, and you'll be fine.
What about the dry shavers? Are those better for?
Now the dry shavers, it depends on your hair texture.
Okay.
Some dudes can take it, some dudes cannot. It's more of like a trial and error thing.
Okay.
If you use it and you see that you break out, I wouldn't recommend using it. But
Okay.
if you're some dudes, like I use it on a lot of my clients that they rock a clean face, but there's a preparation. You know, you want a hot towel
For the dry razor?
for the dry razor. There's always you got to prepare the skin prior to shaving.
Okay.
You don't want to just shave and your skin might be dirty. Think about it. If you got dirt and oil on your skin and you shave, you're just mixing that into
Into your follicles.
your follicles.
Yeah.
So yeah, you want to exfoliate. I like to steam the face
Okay.
prior to doing that.
Okay.
I'll steam it. I'll hot towel, astringent, tea tree oil, lemongrass, eucalyptus. And once you use those, you know, that combination of elements, your skin's ready to go.
Wow.
That's awesome. Okay, so
that's free game.
it's worth it.
Sure.
So are there any unique challenges? So you're a celebrity barber. Let's just put that out there.
Yeah.
You're doing the elite of the elite.
Yeah.
Are there any challenges when it comes to being a celebrity barber and working with them exclusively?
Honestly, one of the things I would say that is a challenge would just be the time aspect, right?
Okay.
A lot of these guys don't have a lot of time. So you might be trying to show them how sharp you are as a barber, but
Right.
you can't take too long. You
Right.
you gotta finish that cut quick.
gotta
There's
be
been
quick.
times where, like, shout out my boy Cole Anthony, point guard on the Magic right now. Shout out 50, number 50.
Oh, and Magic Wand.
Man, yeah, let's go. My boy, he'll hit me up. He hit me up one time, man. So last minute. I mean, it was incredible. He's like, yo, bro, I gotta fly out in like by 9. It was like 8:20. And I had lived, I'm like probably 20 minutes from him. So I was like, I had to get there and give him a lineup in maybe 15, 20 minutes. And that's one of the things that, like, if you want to cut celebrities and stuff, you have to be able to do that.
Yeah.
You have to still be able to be sharp in that period of time.
Okay.
So, yeah.
So you fly out to them too?
I've flown to New Orleans for the Saints.
Okay.
I don't really like to. I like to sleep in my own bed at night.
right.
So,
right.
but if somebody's paying enough, I'm definitely down to slide out.
Oh, that's good.
Get the bag.
Yeah.
Be mad at the bag.
No, not at all.
So I want to know, what is the biggest mistake that you see black men make as far as like hair hygiene and overall hair health?
I'm gonna just say it like this, and y'all take it how you want. But let young kings cut young kings, man. I'm gonna leave it at that. I don't want to get too much into it.
No, you can say it's a safe space. We're on the Black Network. You can. It's a safe
I just
space.
feel like, look, man, there's great barbers in all walks of life, right? I just feel like sometimes, even being from Philly and being in New York, you have dudes that'll brag and they'll be like, yeah, bro, I got a Dominican barber, X, Y, and Z. And it's just like, that's cool, but I feel like sometimes they might not understand how to prep their skin as well as someone that actually is in their culture that has the same